Hey guys, it's Cody from Pythons Going Postal. We're here at Timber Hill Reptiles today, and we are shooting a video with my buddy Adam Kuhn.
Hey, how you doing?
Some time ago, we purchased one of our first animals, the spider, off of Adam, and we've kept in touch with him since. We saw what he was working with over the past years, and any of you guys who go to Hamburg, you may recognize him. He is one of the vendors there. So, anyway, we've been keeping close tabs on what Adam's been doing, what he's been putting up for sale, and we always stop by his table, give him a little synopsis on how the spider's doing. Great animal, thank you so much. And sometimes we talk about some stuff. Well, Troy happened to notice this animal that was labeled Pastel Blackhead that was on the table at one of his shows, and it was about a year ago. And before that, Troy was telling me how he really wanted to get into the Blackhead project. There was so much potential with it, and I kind of dismissed it. I'm like, yeah, Troy, I mean, that's dreaming, but you come up with a good scenario for me. Let me know how my investment's going to pan out, and I'll think about it. So Troy's like, Cody, look at this thing. So this is what Troy saw. It was sitting on the table for sale, without a price tag on it. So it made me talk to Adam and say, hey, what's the deal with this animal? And he's like, well, it's a pastel, and it's an unproven blackhead. I've got an idea if that's what it is, but I'm not 100% sure. I've got this weird normal-looking girl that's been throwing some weird animals for me. And over the years, he's got her to breed 3 times. We did our research, but before I take too much of this camera time up myself, I'm going to let Adam tell you the history on the mother of the blackhead stuff that we have.
All right, absolutely. That's excellent job. Again, it was on the table at a Hamburg show as a pastel blackhead. I was hesitant about even selling it because I wasn't 100% sure of its genetics. I never purchased a blackhead, so how could I sell something that I hatched as a blackhead unless I properly proved it out? And to back up, in 2006, I had picked up a group of just nice captive bred normal females, and at the time the idea was to simply maybe keep some, maybe sell some. Well, anyway, I only ended up keeping one, and honestly the only reason I kept it was because of its eyes. I thought it had cool looking eyes, and it actually ate frozen thawed for me. The rest of them were live feeders, and at the time that was actually important for me. So is this a good time to get her out then?
I'll get her.
Okay.
Go ahead, continue.
So the first year that I bred her, should I actually go year by year at this point?
I'd go year by year.
Okay. So 2009, I got her in 2006. She was about 200 grams at the time. I assume based on her size that she was an 06. So I'm raising her up. She eats great. I don't get her to go in 2008 even though she's got size. 2009 I breed, at the time, the most interesting male that I owned, which was a pastel het for butterscotch ghost.
I'll get him out.
And Cody's getting this snake out for us right now. And as you see, with age, he definitely has browned out. He was much interesting in his younger years, but excellent feeder, excellent breeder. A lot of nice babies have come out of this guy. So the first year, I got 5 eggs out of this girl. 1 egg went bad during incubation, and 4 of them hatched. And the 4 that hatched, I just kind of scratched my head because nothing looked like what I bred. I bred a pastel to a normal in my eyes, and I figured I'd get half normals, half pastels. Well, 4 babies that hatched, I got 3 really dark animals and 1 strange looking pastel animal. And at the time I knew enough that they were different that I didn't want to sell them or get rid of them because I had no way to assess the value to them. Again, they're not proven. So I held on to them. Unfortunately, 1 little male never took off. It didn't make it. So I had 3 that I kept. A male blackhead, a female blackhead, and a female pastel blackhead. And at this time I wasn't calling them those things because I didn't clue in that was the genetics. But that's what I kept. 2010, I breed this snake to the same pairing again because I didn't know at this point, did it come from the male, did it come from the female, where did it come from? I get 7 eggs, and this is where I really scratch my head because now I start getting spiders and bumblebees I believe I jotted some of this down here. I got a male spider, a trio of bumblebees, a trio of pastel blackheads, and that is what I got that season. That's total. That's the 7 eggs I got.
And this is one of those bumblebees,
This
correct?
is one of those bumblebees. Not the cleanest looking bumblebee, obviously. It's got a lot of specking to it. You know, again, I didn't really think anything was too different about him, except, you know, how did I get the spider gene to show? So again, I didn't keep. That's the only bumblebee I kept. I got rid of the spider and a pair of bumblebees, but I kept all the pastel blackheads and that female bumblebee you're looking at. 2011, I didn't get any eggs that year out of this girl. And then we come up to 2012, and this is about the time that I really am talking to Cody and Troy on a much more regular basis. About the time that they saw this snake at the table. Because again, on a part-time basis, on a very small scale for me, I had a limited amount of time that I was able to put into this stuff too. So I had to be very selective about what I was keeping and why I was keeping it at the time, as you know, really treating it as a hobby. In 2012, I got 6 eggs from the same breeders again. Pastel, if I didn't mention it, he's a het butterscotch ghost, to this quote normal girl who has never thrown a normal looking snake to date. That year I got a spider, a paradox bumblebee, a blackhead, and 2 pastel blackheads. So again, I'm getting spiders when I have no reason to get spiders. And this is where Cody and Troy really, when they started talking to me, really helped me out. Obviously, when we start talking about blackhead, where are you going to go to look for more information? But like Ralph Davis Reptiles, you're gonna research the blackhead gene on that site, which I had minimally done. Again, I didn't put a whole lot of time into it. And Cody and Troy stepped up, and they really did a lot of research, and just looking through, you know, different pictures, different records. Not saying that this snake came from that breeding stock, but at least to get as much information about the blackhead gene as we could and how it acts. And I don't know if it's been proven yet out there or not with people breeding bumblebee blackheads and the different combos they've tried, but you know, the theory is that blackhead and spider are actually allelic.
Stealing my thunder there, buddy.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. You want to take over?
No. Go ahead and continue telling them about what we ended up finding.
So basically, you want me to get the picture out at this point?
Yeah, let's get the picture out.
So I said I picked up this girl in 2006 along with a group of several other normals, and I assumed it was an 06 baby. But what Cody and Troy did was went back and looked even back into like the 2005 breeding records. And here's a picture. You know, Cody's got the animal that I own and have bred 4 times now in his hands there. And this is clutch number 86 from 2005 from the RDR site. And we've both sat here, and this is the only picture of this animal that we're able to find. But if you go to his site and look at it, every spot from this angle matches my girl perfectly. And this clutch, I forget exactly what Ralph bred, but I believe it was a blackhead to a spider.
That is correct.
And it was the blackhead line, because now he's differentiated his lines. This would be the blackhead from the ringer line, not from the red gene line, because those didn't start breeding until 2006.
Mm-hmm.
So this is from the actual ringer line.
So again, to even bring this up, we realize this is simply a theory. It's something that we have what information we can find online and come up with your best theory about it. I really have no other word to throw out there other than that. You know, the camera angle does wash out the head of the animal in this picture, so you can't see the teardrop that's on my animal, which has become known to be a marker for a spider blackhead. And again, her eyes, she has spider eyes. I mean, after comparing her to other spiders and other bumblebees, you know, that's what, even though it was by chance, by luck, however you want to say it, I noticed about this girl early on and why I liked her. You know, I could have very easily have passed this girl along as a normal snake off of my table at a show, and never come across this. But that's basically as far as I want to go with a theory of what she is. More, I'd like to focus on the fact that I've bred her for 4 years, never thrown a single normal snake out of her. They've all had obvious look of a blackhead or a spider. Every baby she's ever thrown. Anything else you want to pick up on there, Cody?
Well, I think we bring out that big one. Yeah, what's that? Is that the pastel blackhead? Yeah.
And then we have a blackhead here.
We got a blackhead male down here.
Bring out one of them for me.
Yep.
All right.
So,
now obviously pastel, they're going to brown out a bit with age. This guy's from 2010. He was 50% possible het ghost from the butterscotch line. And this year I was able to prove him out as being het ghost, which we'll get to the 2013 breedings of all the different snakes from this line in another video. We're going to try and wrap this one up and not get it going too long. But just to show you, this is a breeder male pastel blackhead. It's been proven to be het ghost. You want me to get the blackhead out, or?
Yep. Yeah, the blackhead's down here. I got him.
Okay.
Yep.
So we got all these animals out right now, and directly or indirectly, they've all come from this original mom. I mean, this was a sibling breeding from this season. I believe this pastel blackhead is the dad of this animal sitting right here.
And this again is the blackhead that was isolated from her.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
This is the first blackhead female that I produced with her.
This is the blackhead that was isolated from this animal.
And this was the first year that I got her to actually breed and prove out. She's an 09. She laid for me in 2013. 2012, just to touch on that, we're not really going to focus on that year too much. My first clutch from 2009 was of breeding weight that year. Blackhead female and my pastel blackhead female did not drop for me that year, but I did get that blackhead male to breed to a butterscotch ghost because I was hoping that him being possible het would prove out. And unfortunately that clutch were 5 eggs. I got 2 normal looking babies and 3 blackhead looking babies and nothing that looked ghost. So I say it's safe to say he did not prove out to be het for ghost. So that's all that I did with it, was able to do with it in 2012. So in our next video, we'll be focusing on all the babies from this year.
And stay tuned because we believe we have a world's first. And it's pretty interesting. So you're going to want to see this animal.
We also may have more than one world's first.
All right, guys. We'll be right back.